Hello everyone, Super Genius Zeb here with my second Super Genius Zeb character over here, and today I'm going to show you something really cool that I've discovered in the Minecraft Pocket and Windows 10 editions that you can do with resource packs. Yes, that's right, I said resource packs. You can do this, and this, and this, and this, and you can do this. Look at the effects there that I'm getting from the golden apple. And check this out. Okay, that wasn't really interesting, except that, wait a minute. Oh, never mind, that's not interesting either. Okay, that's interesting. And so is this. Look at that. Ta-da! It's like magic or something. Check this out. Wait for it. Wait for it. Really slow eating. And check this out. Ding, 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 ding. Look at all that stuff. I bet you're wondering how I'm doing all this stuff. Well, I already said resource packs. But yeah, it's resource packs, and this is probably going to surprise a lot of you, because if you've ever used Minecraft Java Edition's resource packs, you know that they can only change textures, models, and sounds, and a couple other things like that. But they never actually change any of the functions of stuff. And in Minecraft Pocket and Windows 10 Edition, they can actually change quite a bit more. Now, you don't have all the control that you do in Java Edition yet, but you do have control over some different things that you don't have control over in Java Edition. Like, for example, what have I done here with this? Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, so I am here in my File Explorer, and I've navigated to the local disk, users, my username, app data, and if you can't see that folder, you just go to View and check Show Hidden Items right here, and you'll be able to see that. Then go to Local, Packages, Microsoft.Minecraft UWP, a bunch of these characters and stuff, and then go to Local State, go to Games, go to com.mojang, and then here is the folder where you can add stuff for resource packs, for your own custom resource packs. And this is also where you can find access to your world saves and stuff, but that's for another topic. So this folder probably won't already exist unless you've already been messing around in here, so you just need to go and right click and go new folder and then name it resource underscore packs. Then open it up, and then this is where you can create your own resource packs and place them in here. So here's the one I'm using right now. It's called Super Test, and I basically just copied and pasted the vanilla resource pack, which is located in a different area of the files. But anyway, what I did was I went to this file, which the vanilla one has, called items.json, and I edited it. And as you can see, the items.json file contains a whole bunch of different items listed in, like, say, cooked fish, cooked salmon, cookies, melons. And it doesn't contain all items, but it does contain, I think, every single food as well as all the seeds. And I'm not sure why only those kind of items are listed here. It might be that they haven't finished implementing the functionality for things like enchanted books and other things, but anyway, you can see here that in this little thing right here, from this bracket to this bracket, we have the apple, which is set to ID 4, and it has the icon for apple. And now you shouldn't change this thing, because that'll crash the game. This will also crash the game if you change it, but this you can change safely as long as you change it to a valid icon name. So I could change this to like Apple Golden for the Golden Apples icon. And here's the category in the creative tabs. Normally this is set to miscellaneous, but I set it to tools so it would appear up in the tools section. Here's where you can set the use animation. I don't really know all the top possible values of this, so I haven't really messed around with it much. And here's the use duration, which is by default just set to 32, which is the normal time it takes to eat. But as you can see down over, where is it? Here, I've set this one to have a use duration of 100, which is why it took so long to eat. Now, over here in this thing, food, you can see the amount of nutrition it gives, how much saturation, and whether or not it's meat. I'm not really sure what this does, what effect this has on anything. Like, I'm not really sure what this attribute even does, but I'll probably figure it out eventually or something. But this is another thing that wasn't here originally, and I've added that. I copied this from carrots, which are down there somewhere, and basically this allows apples to be planted on top of farmland and place carrots. And it doesn't have to be farmland. You can also do other things like I showed earlier with the golden apples turning into diamond blocks. What I did was I went down here to the enchanted golden apples, and over here I've put the seed property thing here, and I've put the crop result to be diamond blocks and it's supposed to be planted at stone. So already you can probably tell this has a lot of potential for things like custom maps and all sorts of cool things. You have just quite a few neat little things you can change here. Like, for example, you may have seen with the mushroom stew that there had over 99 in a stack there, and that was because somewhere down here, where is it? I changed the max stack size, there we go, to 100 instead of the default 1, which is pretty neat. And also, instead of turning into a bowl when it's finished, I made it turn into diamond. Of course, since I was holding all like 64, I mean 100 in my hand, when I used it, they all turned into just one diamond. So, yeah, you're gonna have to watch out for that when you're messing around with this. And so, yeah, you can change a whole bunch of stuff here. Like I said, it's all the only ones here there are foods and seeds, like for example the beetroot seeds here, and like where is it? The carrots. Where are they? Well, here's potatoes. You can see they have the food and the seed tag. They plant potatoes at farmland and etc. And over here, they've actually got the camera down here, which is interesting. It's sort of its own thing. You know, there's this camera item entity block thing. I'm not really sure what it is. That's sort of hidden in the Pocket Edition code. That isn't really used for much. I believe it's used in the Education Edition, but it doesn't really have a purpose here. It does have its own use animation, though, which is kind of interesting. And if you're wondering what I did for the golden apple to have different status effects, like give you hunger, I basically went to, here it is, the enchanted golden apple, and I went to, where is it, the effects thing, and I basically removed everything except absorption, and added a hunger one here, and gave it the amplifier of 30, so that it would be really extra intense hunger, so that your hunger would just drain really quickly. And yeah, so as you can tell, there's a whole lot of stuff you can do here, but that's not all. There's also the blocks.json file, and this contains it's sort of they haven't fully implemented like block models like in the Java edition. They haven't done that yet, but for now what they do have is like here all every pretty much I think every single block is listed here, and they have if they just have the default saved, they'll just have a textures property which will be set to the name of their texture if there's like only one, or in the case of having multiple textures for different sides, they'll have a thing like this. And then if they have a special shape, they'll have a block shape thing. And as you can see here, I have turned wool to have a block shape of fence, and I've gone over to like cobblestone and changed it to have the shape of water, and have its top texture be bedrock, its bottom texture be cobblestone, and its side texture to be wool. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do here. But keep in mind, this doesn't actually change the hitboxes of the blocks. They're still the same size. They just appear different. So this is pretty interesting. You can like make a texture pack and have every block use the same texture over and over again. So that's interesting. If you want to make two blocks have the same texture, you only have to include one file. So yeah, that's interesting. Now, there's also this resources.json file, which as you can see here is where you can define the pack ID, name, and description. And here you can see I've got this resources tag here, and basically this is just used to define the area where all the textures are. So like the atlas.compass will be put at this location, images slash compass dash atlas.png. So essentially, you could actually make all the textures. you could have any like structure here you want. Instead of having it like organized like this, you could just do whatever you want as long as you change this resources.json accordingly. Now, as you can see, there is this one models thing here already, and it's for mobs. And if you go here into models and open up mobs.json, this looks pretty promising, doesn't it? Geometry.chicken. It's got the head, the beak, the comb, the body, all the different parts of like a chicken here. And I was pretty excited when I found this too. However, I did try to change it, but it didn't seem to do anything, and it didn't really seem to have any effect whatsoever. So I think that perhaps the support for this feature isn't finished yet, and so it doesn't actually override anything. But in the future, potentially this could be used for like changing the complete model of a mob. I don't think it changes the hitbox. I don't think you can do that from here. No, no, you can't do that from here. But you can change like the texture width, height, and the rotation, and all the different parts that make it up. And so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot of potential here. But what about multiplayer, you ask? Well, since if you're the one who is hosting the world, then the properties that you've added or changed for items will also apply for everyone else. However, of course, since they're not using the resource pack, they will not be able to see any changes to textures or models. Like basically this will still look like regular blue wool and not look like a fence. And this will still look like regular cobblestone. And this bread will still look like bread from their point of view. However, with the properties, if they like say eat a golden apple, they'll get like this hunger effect since that's what I have in my resource pack. And they will also be able to like place the golden apples as diamond blocks thanks to properties I've set and do all that other stuff. Now, if you're wondering how to even use a texture pack, if you don't already know, you simply go to options and then go to texture packs, manage, and then you'll see a list of all the texture packs that you've either bought from the little Minecraft store or that you've put into the resource underscore packs folder. And here I've got the super test resource pack, which I've created for the purpose of testing. And so as long as I'm using that, all properties and textures and things will be applied to any world I am hosting or playing on in single player. But the moment I take off that resource pack, everything will work as it would normally work in vanilla. So, like, if I have, say, like a stack of 99 um, mushroom stews, like, for example, this over here, like so, then it will stay a stack of 99 when I exit and go take off the resource pack and then rejoin the world. Like, so let me just switch it to survival 2, like this. But the moment I like take them out, they won't be able to restack, and then as you can see, they'll just start acting like normal ones. And if I like drop this whole thing on the ground and then try to pick it up, it'll actually stay as 90. That's interesting. That's not how it works on PC. Huh. But as you split the thing up, you won't be able to restack them like that. And the more you split up the stack, the more it can't stack back up until it's eventually all just one thing again. And then if you eat a golden apple, as you can see, it has gone back to using its normal effects. And also, I cannot plant apples on the ground. And bread looks like bread. Everything will still be there from when you had the resource pack on and stuff, but things from that point onward will work as normal. So I look forward to official resource pack support coming in the future and for additional features to be added to them. Like maybe even like crafting recipes. That'd be pretty cool, you know? You could like change the crafting recipes and stuff and all sorts of things like that. And also like block models so that you can properly change and create custom models for everything. And also entity model support because that's going to be pretty useful. But anyway, in the description, I will probably have a link to a sort of, I guess, what do you call it? Yeah, a template resource pack, which you can use and just edit and modify, and simply place into your resource underscore packs folder. Now, I've shown this whole tutorial for Windows 10 edition, but on Android and iOS, it's located in a similar area. Like on Android, it's located under the Games folder under com.mojang, and then in there, you're going to want to place the resource underscore packs folder, I believe. And on iOS, I think it's in a similar location under the acom.mojang folder. And to get any resource packs in there, you're going to have to use the file sharing feature. You don't need to jailbreak your iOS device. You just need to use the iTunes file sharing thing. But yeah, I will leave a template resource pack download in the description with an items.json and blocks.json file with all the default settings and stuff. And I look forward to seeing what people come up with this cool stuff. So yeah, this has been Super Genius Seb, and I thank you all for watching. And if you like this video and want to see more videos like it, then please make sure to subscribe. And if you like the video, then please click the like button and so that you like it. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Goodbye!